Okay, well the time has finally come for me to review this movie. And for those who don't know, I've actually spent the past week reviewing all the other Spider-Man movies, or at least trying to. I tried uploading them to YouTube. Unfortunately, they got taken down and blocked worldwide because of copyright bullshit that no one cares about. Except for them, apparently. And, so you can just find links to them in the description box below. I'm very sorry about that, but that's the way it is. I was unfortunately only able to get the reviews for the first and second movie out on time, so when I finish the reviews for Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man, I will create links for them as well. I'll also be doing a more in-depth review on this once I've seen it a few more times, but for now, here's a special review just for my fans on YouTube, because, you know, YouTube is full of money-grubbing copyright Nazis. Enjoy!
Warm, fuzzy secret hearts, cold monkey like you.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This film sees a lot going on in Peter Parker's life. He's tortured with the guilt over the death of Captain Stacy and the promise he made to Captain Stacy to stay away from Gwen, which unfortunately leads to a guilt-ridden on and off again relationship with Gwen. Peter is also trying to uncover the secrets of his parents, juggle his relationship with his Aunt May, reconnect with his old childhood friend Harry Osborn, and face a fanboy turned foe named Electro who pretty much just looks like Dr. Manhattan. Now, I loved the reboot, I really did. To this day, it's still one of the best Spider-Man films, better than the original film and the third film by fucking far. So I was really hyped for this film, and I was even more hyped when I had the chance to go to an advanced screening last week. I was really anticipating this movie something fierce. But I gotta tell ya, I was not prepared for this glorious, amazing, spectacular letdown of epic proportions. Yeah, this movie wasn't very good. It wasn't as terrible as some are making it out to be, but my god, I am so fucking heartbroken over the end result of this film. Now, in the end, I don't blame Mark Webb for the shortcomings of this film. It's incredibly well shot, a lot of the action actually looks a lot better than it did in the first movie, and it is a gorgeous looking film. He also manages to get great performances out of his actors just like the first film, which is always a plus. But this movie is all plot, no story. It is a jumbled fucking mess, and in the end, I blame the writers. Instead of bringing back the writers of the first film who actually understood the material and knew what the fuck they were doing, they got these two fucking schmucks. Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, I'm just gonna tell you, these are not good writers! They are two untalented fucking hacks who got lucky once! And I know all of you are gonna be shoving Star Trek Into Darkness into my face. That movie sucks too! Just like The Island, just like Transformers, and just like Transformers 2. Mark Webb actually didn't like a lot of the stuff they were railroading into the movie, and he tried to get a lot of it cut out. Unfortunately, the only thing he could get cut was Mary Jane. Sorry, Shailene Woodley, you had no purpose. Bye-bye. Enjoy Divergent. Mark Webb was at least trying, while the writers and Sony Studios clearly didn't care. Wow, this is all starting to sound awfully familiar. Oh yeah! I'll tell you, it's not as bad as that, but holy shit does it come close. So what are the good things in this movie besides Mark Webb's direction? Well, the stuff with Garfield and Stone is done wonderfully, mostly due to their stellar performances. They really sell the characters of Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. And their conversations in this movie are some of the best scenes in the movie. I really loved seeing the chemistry between Garfield and Stone shine on screen. Some of the action scenes are very well handled. Again, the action scenes are better shot than they were in the first movie. However, others don't even make it up to bat. Put it this way, if you wanted to see a big showdown with either Rhino or Goblin, prepare for disappointment. Stuff with Peter and Aunt May is wonderful. In fact, there was one scene in this movie that actually kind of got me teary-eyed. It was just a beautiful scene between these two characters. Jamie Foxx also does a great job as Electro. And I really loved his character. I liked the way they did his character. Does this asshole look interesting to you? No, he's not. This guy, he's interesting. I liked this Electro. However, here's the problem. When you take the time to analyze the movie as a whole, Electro has no purpose in this story. Or lack thereof one. He's essentially there to give Spider-Man someone to fight. Again, he's not a bad character. He's actually one of the best characters in the movie, but he's badly out of place in context. I will also say that this film has the most thrilling opening scene of any Spider-Man movie and the most triumphant ending scene of any Spider-Man movie. But what this movie excels at the most is Spider-Man himself. Garfield proves to us once again why he is the superior Spider-Man, no pun intended, to Tobey Maguire in every fucking way. He's funny, he's badass, he's heroic. I loved this movie's take on Spider-Man just like I loved it in the last one. From what I've been told, Mark Webb evidently gave Garfield a lot of room for improvisation, and it paid off great. This is why Tony Stark was so fucking awesome in the Avengers, because Joss Whedon let him write his own damn dialogue. Garfield is wonderful in this, and if you're one of the people who feels that Garfield is not a good Peter Parker, please read a comic book and promptly shut the fuck up. The same thing goes for those who feel that Emma Stone doesn't understand the character of Gwen Stacy. Again, read a comic and shut the fuck up. Now, why is this story a mess? Because as I said, it has no story. It's all plot. It's just a big, jumbled mess of a plot that feels the need to focus on a million things instead of focusing on the bigger picture because, God knows, we gotta set up the fucking Sinister Six movie somehow. While not worse than Spider-Man 3, I will give Spider-Man 3 something over this movie. Only one little detail. Spider-Man 3 was at least trying to be about something. Spider-Man 3 was trying to be about forgiveness over revenge, which I can commend. It wasn't done well at all, but they were trying. A lot of this film just seems like a big excuse to set up a Sinister Six movie. Newsflash, this is one of the reasons Iron Man 2 was terrible. Iron Man 2 just felt like one giant trailer for the Avengers, while a lot of this movie just feels like a giant trailer for Sinister Six. And I gotta tell you, it got very annoying very quick. They feel the need to shove in all these characters, including Adrian Toomes, Felicia Hardy, Rhino, Norman Osborn, Alistair Smythe, that Man in Black guy who I'll go back to in a few minutes, and Dr. Kafka, who is a man and acts like fucking Dr. Octavius for some reason, yet the movie doesn't do anything with them. Roberta Orci and Alex Kurtzman just shoved them into the fucking script so that we as fans could all just point out, oh look, there's that character. Yeah, I really wish they were doing something relevant in this movie instead of just standing there. You know, like real characters are supposed to do. It's pretty fucking insulting. And again, it really only exists to set up Sinister Six. Now back to the Man in Black guy. Yes, his identity is revealed in this. And no, you're not going to see it coming. The only way you're going to know the identity of this character is if you are a hardcore Marvel fan. Not a hardcore Spider-Man fan, a hardcore Marvel fan. Here's a hint. He's not a Spider-Man villain. Then there's Harry Osborn, who is made into the most unlikable fucking piece of shit in the entire movie. Ugh. I mean, Dane DeHaan, he does a great job with the material he's given, the material that these two fucking schmucks gave him. But this was a character in need of a serious goddamn rewrite. His whole character arc is tired and cliche. His character doesn't even closely resemble the Harry Osborn we know from any of the comics. And on top of all that, him becoming Goblin, which, come on, it's not a spoiler, it's in all the fucking trailers at this point, is beyond fucking forced. When I do my History of Spider-Man review on this, I'll dwell on this more, but for now, let's just get through this. Then the last thing is just the shit with Peter's parents, which, again, it's here, it's there, it's fucking everywhere, it's coming the fuck out of nowhere in half the scenes. The stuff with Peter's parents isn't bad, but it doesn't really tell us anything that we couldn't have already guessed or that we didn't already know from the first film, and the stuff leading to it is very contrived and, again, forced. Overall, I don't hate this movie, I just don't like it that much. The stuff that's good is great, but the stuff that's bad is just horrendous. I mean, I could epic film fail this overbearing plotline in my sleep. It's that horrendous. It had so much potential, so many good things going for it, and came out with a win in many areas, but for the most part, it's kind of a dud. It's better than Spider-Man 3 for sure, but just barely, and doesn't even come close to topping the first film. Maybe when I see it a few more times and do my History of Spider-Man review on it, I'll feel differently about it. But whether I feel better or worse about it remains a mystery. It's a very fun film, and if you're looking for fun, you might get your money's worth, but it's not a very good film. And in the end, I'm giving The Amazing Spider-Man 2 an unenthusiastic C-. I'm sorry, at this time, I just can't go higher than that. And hell, you think I'm mad now? Wait till Confused Matthew reviews this. Oh, buddy. You are gonna have so much fun.